Do it right now. Go ahead. Get it, Mike. Whoa! I didn't know you were doing that.
He came in the shot.
Whoa! Yeah, but the circle wasn't on, so it's me.
Hey.
Got it.
I wish I had a banjo. Out of
I didn't know
nowhere.
what he was doing. I thought he was going to walk through the shot. He's trying to take my clap.
I'm like just here, and I thought it was raining. I was like, "What is this water?" And it came from my mustache.
It's from my mouth.
You really need to get a hold of this for
Julz.
him.
Yeah, I know she needs to. It's rough today.
Yeah.
I just woke up like a little bit ago.
What were you doing?
Sleeping. That's how
Why?
I'm gonna go to like 5 or 4.
4:30.
4:30.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 4 is not bad.
What were you doing until 4:30?
Sleeping. I was up all night.
Oh, wait, hold on. You were sleeping until 4:30 today?
Yeah.
Jesus Lord, dude.
It's my day off.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I guess that's forgivable.
It's my
Live
day off,
your
and I
best
stayed up all
life.
night, like doing stuff. So
Okay, I got
don't
it.
feel bad.
Live
Okay.
it.
Well,
Live
I
that
think it's
sleep
enough
life.
of a wasted intro. So, what is up,
And I
everybody?
woke up for breakfast.
What?
I still woke up for breakfast.
Oh, I went back to sleep.
Dr. Oz would be proud.
Yeah.
Dr. Oz would be
All
proud.
right, try this again. What's up, everybody? Matt Brinker here with the On the Brink podcast. We have Colby Likens, and we have Julz Stewart here with us, and she is fantastic, and we are going to ask her tons of questions and bother the hell out of her.
Yes.
And I take it you have started your own podcast, too, huh?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that real quick before we
Oh,
get into anything.
no, I
Yeah?
haven't actually recorded mine yet.
Oh.
I'm helping. I have friends that are really interested in it. So
Okay.
I've created the space, got the equipment, and I'm
Okay.
like letting them do their thing,
All right.
testing it out. But I haven't actually done mine yet.
Oh, I thought it was yours. That was,
No, not
that was for
yet.
someone else then.
Are you
Yeah.
excited?
And were you on it, or were you just?
I was on
okay,
it, yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of helping co-host for that one, but yeah,
Hell
I'm so
yeah.
excited for. Me and Kelsey are gonna do one. My wife Kelsey,
Yes.
and you guys are gonna love it.
Yes.
It's gonna be great.
So when's Colby on?
I'm
Colby.
always on. Hi. That's my name.
I'm on high. Oh, so clever.
Can you just
I
take
feel
the
like
mic and start?
this is going to be a really, really fun episode because I think we're all going to vibe pretty well,
Yeah.
and I like it. So, Julz, why don't you give us like a quick, just I guess we should stick with the 50-second because it's funny.
Yes.
Like, exactly 50 seconds of who you are and what you do.
Absolutely.
Timing you.
Okay. For those watching and listening, I'm Julz Stewart. I'm the owner of the Julz Social salon here in Jackson, Ohio. I'm a licensed managing cosmetologist, and I have been for about 7 years. I'm a licensed cosmetology instructor.
Okay, I didn't know
And
that.
yeah, I have my instructor's license, and opened up the shop about a year ago. And I specialize in like men's hair, detail cuts, short haircuts, beards, and dreadlocks. That's
awesome.
my thing. The salon itself is a place where you can come and get, women get their hair done there. We got Amanda.
Buy beer there.
Absolutely
No,
no.
not at all.
Oh, sorry.
Not at all.
It was no beer. Sorry, I missed that one.
Never, not at all, never.
Just cut your
no.
beard there.
Cut your beard.
Beard, not
beard.
beer.
Get your beard done there.
Yeah, get beer here, get your beard done there.
This is the place. This
Yeah.
is the place to get it. And we have Amanda Kearns who does like permanent makeup. She does eyebrows, eyelash extensions if you want that.
Yeah.
If you want a
I
little
need some.
eyelash moment
These
in your
eyelashes
life.
are just
Little baby cow lash
look
in your
at them.
life.
They really need it.
Dude,
And-
we should do like a video, like a makeover of Colby, since he's looking like
Yeah.
all like. We really should.
I've
Yeah.
wanted to
Actually,
do that.
hey guys, music video. That's part of it. That's what I was telling her. Like,
Is that what we're doing?
That whole concept. That's
Okay.
kind of why I'm letting myself go.
Yes.
Oh, so there's a reason for this.
Yeah.
This isn't just.
No, my hair is so long. It's driving me crazy.
I know, dude.
Yeah. You
There's
do-
pictures
You
of
do
Andrew.
get bothered. You get bothered by it really fast.
There's pictures of you that Andrew took at the Adelphia, and your hair was like. I'm like, geez, man, he needs a haircut.
Yeah, and
now.
that's been a month ago.
Yeah.
Like, imagine now. Like this hat, I have to,
hat is
every
strategic.
2 weeks you got to put it to the next button.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Oh my
the
god.
bulk is taking
That's awesome.
the cap over.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Exactly.
Well, I met you. I knew who you were, but I met you on the grand opening. Actually,
Yeah.
I walked in.
Yeah.
I had somebody. I was like I just started at the brewery. I think I'd worked like 2 shifts here, and I had a friend tell me, "Yo, you should go check out this new place that's open. They got a grand opening. See if you can do something." I walked in with like all my gear and said,
Yeah.
like, "Hi, I'm Matt Brinker. Can I do something?" And you were like, "Fuck yeah!" And I was like, "All right, cool."
I was like, "Go ahead."
And then I made a little video, and I put like
That
I
video
remember-
was
awesome.
fun.
Yeah,
That
it was
was
awesome.
such
the
a
main
fun
the main thing
video.
I remember about the video was when I delivered it or I showed it to you the first time. You're like, "How many fucking cuts did you do?"
Because I know how hard that
Yeah,
is.
well, that's the
It's
thing
like,
that's where I was
wow.
going to was I didn't know that you did video stuff, and we've since you cut my hair and beard and all that stuff, and you do Colby's whenever he doesn't look like fucking Sasquatch, whatever you look like right now.
He's
I
for a
thought Bigfoot
project.
didn't.
It's for a project.
This is art.
It's art.
Okay.
Art on my face.
He doesn't get it, Colby. He doesn't get it.
That sounds like fun. Art on your face. Anyways, that's when I met you. I didn't know all of the things you do. I knew you did hair, beards, all that stuff. But we talked about podcast things, so it's exciting for me to see that you're doing that because we want more of that. That's how this whole thing started for us was people doing things and going after stuff.
Right.
And I think that's, watching from afar, it's admirable for you with the salon and all that because you were at another place before and then you took a leap of faith and opened your own place. And from what I can tell, it's been fabulous. So.
Yeah, I mean, literally, you can, if you're in town anywhere here, you can just see when someone goes to Julz. You can know.
You
It's
just know.
so signature.
You know.
You're
That's so cool.
Oh, dude, you went to Julz, didn't you? Or like, I'll go to work whenever I don't look like this, and people will be like, "Do you get your hair cut by Julz?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course. It's obvious."
We're walking advertisements for Julz.
That's
always.
awesome. That's the best
Hats
part.
on.
Free marketing.
Just not right now.
Right on
Not
your
right now.
heads.
Neither of us, because my hair needs cut too. I almost commented you posted something about like book with Julz, and I was like, damn it, I need a book with Julz now. Anyways, Colby's about halfway through his beer before I even introduced the beer.
Bop, bop.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, he's gonna drink all of it. This is Slice of Life from Six Sense Brewing. As always, thank you so much for allowing us to film here. All of our owners, we love you and we love the beer.
Yeah.
And this is Slice of Life. It's a New England style IPA. It is a key lime pie IPA. So it does have a nice hint of lime. There was
You
grape.
guys want to do a little ASMR on that?
Oh, I didn't think about that. That would be hilarious. Squeeze the juice into
Oh,
it.
that's so creepy. I can't.
The
deal.
ASMR stuff, I can't really get into.
Dude, get with it. Hop on or hop off. People are making millions of dollars
I
playing
know.
with slime.
I like people cutting soap. That
Yeah,
stuff's cool.
that's cool.
That doesn't get
Do you like
better.
pimple
We
popping?
should start. This
No,
is what we should
no.
do. We should start our own psychology page, meaning like, oh, you like soap cutting ASMR? Well, this is what it means about you. And then we'll
Right.
just mess with people.
And not based on any facts at all.
No, we'll make it up. Oh, you like soap cutting ASMR? You're a serial killer.
I love it. We could actually do that. It'd be hilarious. The funniest ASMR I've seen was someone doing ASMR with their dogs. They were like feeding their dog stuff. It was Jenna Marbles, so it was. I love Jenna Marbles, man.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, she was doing ASMR with her dogs, and I was like, "This is so weird, but I can't stop
know.
watching."
She's got such good energy.
Yeah.
I love Jenna Marbles.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, anyways, this is Slice of Life. It does have a little bit of lime flavor to it. It comes out more if you squeeze a lime into it. That's why we have the lime wheel, especially. I don't know if you know. I'm sure. Well, this is for you as a bartender.
This will help
Now
me.
a bartender.
Yeah.
You probably
Good
have you
job.
bartended?
Me, no.
Serve or anything like that? No.
No.
Okay, well,
No.
doesn't really matter anyways.
She serves you a nice haircut.
That's true. She does do
I
that.
serve that.
You taste things with your eyes, your nose, and then your mouth third. So when you see something that looks good, and then you smell it as it gets close, that taste. It's in there, and then when you taste it, it comes out. So having the lime on here not only is going to make you think, ooh, lime, it's going to make you smell lime as you put it up to your mouth, and then you're going to get more of that, and you're going to get the lime juice in the beer,
And the
obviously.
texture.
And yeah, you're going to lick the lime? Lick the lime, you won't.
Lick the lime.
Do it.
You think I won't?
Eat the
Will you
whole
eat the
thing.
lime?
Sure.
You haven't changed since we were 14 years old.
That was the next question is, how did y'all meet? And tell me some backstory here.
I want to tell it.
Yeah.
Here
Well,
we
you
go.
can. You
I
can
would tell it.
anyways.
Oh, you're tuna lime. I'll take us half of the journey. You can finish it. I met you when I was. Could I even drive?
We were both 16.
We were both 16
Well,
years
you
old.
weren't.
I
You
was
were
15.
15.
Yeah, I
I
was
was
15.
How bad do you hate this right now?
Well, I just don't like the peeling, but other than that, it's all good. The flavor's not bad.
Can you just ASMR that real quick for us? If you could just, while I'm saying how we met. So Colby and I met when I was 16. I was 15. And here we go. Let's dive in. This man right here, you were, I'm pretty sure, my first legitimate boyfriend. Without a doubt.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, I don't think I did.
Yes.
Ah! No, you
I can't do it, man. Hang on,
It
I'm
was
just
terrible.
gonna take the. I'm just taking off the. I'm just taking off the peeling.
Jesus.
Yep.
No, I don't think I knew that.
Yes,
Yeah,
he was my
for real.
first
I'll be
legit
right back.
boyfriend.
Okay.
And we weren't together that long though, were we, Colby? Yeah, it was kind of a dead end. Bless it. Not Colby's fault.
Not Colby's fault at all.
But I don't know if anyone know this, but I'm clearly a lesbian, so I'm a big old dykey lesbian, and it's all good. It's kind of the anchor in the room, which it's kind of my thing. It's my brand. Yep. That's cool. I'm a fan of it, but you didn't know that then.
No.
But Did you know that then? Did you know that then?
Did I know that then? No, I was still in a stage. I was just kind of coming into even remotely liking people. So I was really young.
Like,
wait,
we were
you
really
still like
young.
people?
Apparently.
We were really young, and I feel like too at the same time, like it was just so fucking cool to have somebody like we were dating where we both play guitar and like just things like that. So,
it made sense.
Yeah.
I made sense in my brain. Like we liked the same stuff.
So the way we met, it was a lock-in.
Yes.
Over at the church down here, and so
at the church.
Yeah.
At the church, and her band was playing, and they played some Paramore song. It was Emergency.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm gonna date that girl.
Yep.
And then
you did it.
And then I did.
You dated. We dated.
Yeah.
And then we didn't. But we continually stayed friends and were close because we were in the music scene together. We played music like side by side in different bands and different things, and I would see you like every weekend usually. Mm-hmm. So we still maintain a really good friendship.
Never that like it was probably awkward like the first month.
Yeah.
Or so, but after that, like it was all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've always been cool.
That's
always.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This peeling's rough.
Are you really eating the peeling still?
He's still trying to get it done.
The rest of the peeling's down here, but I didn't put it in my pocket.
You don't ever challenge Colby without getting something back.
You could like throw it on the floor, legitimately, we'll clean it up later. Like,
No. I'm cool.
he's here for this. The whole thing.
I'm all about challenges, dude. If it's like something, like if it's like...
Can we do that, Aidan? Let's make a special note that we need to have a challenge. You and I need to have a challenge every week for Colby.
Yeah.
That we need to sneak in on it. What do you think?
I don't care.
Don't go up against him. You'll lose. You'll do anything.
I may throw up or something. It may not go over well, but I'll do it.
Have you ever
I'm
done
watching.
the milk challenge? I think I asked you this off camera
Drink
before.
a gallon of
man.
milk.
Did you throw up?
I can do it.
No.
You want to do it?
No.
Let's do it next week. Aiden will be on here.
Listen.
Oh, you are next week.
This is what you have to do. You have to get a gallon of milk into like however many colors in the rainbow, and you separate it out, and then you use food coloring and color each part of it a different color rainbow. So when you puke, because you will, it's inevitable, you puke the rainbow. Ha!
I'm
Yes.
And then I have to show up.
Can I finish it off with some?
Anywhere there's a rainbow, I've got to just like...
7 p.m. Next week, whenever we're finishing up, I want you to just walk through the doors.
I'm coming over here. Smite me, here I am. The rainbow's here. What's up?
And I love that about you. And I love like how open and how forward you are about everything. And I think that especially in this area, because it is not really that popular still in this area to be open and out there and be yourself, whether that be gay or straight, it's still not.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like the cool thing about that, and I know no one's going, but the cool thing about that is that like younger kids who go to you or whatever automatically are more comfortable with that growing up. And you know, whenever I was a kid, there just weren't a lot of people who were open.
No.
Yep.
And my gym teacher was.
Are you gonna throw up?
No.
Okay.
My gym teacher was, and so that was something that it was never like an odd thing to me because of that.
Yeah.
And she was always so cool that like it really represented, and it's sad that you should have to represent an entire community or something like that. And do you ever feel like you just have like a huge burden on your shoulders in such a small town?
I don't. It doesn't feel like a burden. It feels like a responsibility. For sure.
Yeah, that's a better word for it.
It feels really kind of like an honor to be able to show that like you can be yourself completely and still be successful and have friends. And I mean my clientele is men, and the men around here are a lot of really conservative guys, and they know who I am and I know who they are, and it's beautiful. We sit and we have great conversations, we have great friendships, and they get what they need and I get what I need, and then we go. That sounds really great, but I mean it's what it is. It's
what
simple.
are we talking about here? What kind of salon is this again?
Well, if you drink a gallon of rainbow milk, you'll know. No, but it feels good to me to be able to just show that it's really totally. This kind of sounds cheesy, but it's really possible, and that's what motivates me now more than anything is the people that are younger that come to me that can see like, okay, this is achievable, because it usually only takes one person in your life that's gay or that's honestly, I mean, I think that it really, honestly, is probably harder to be black here than it is to be gay. I would say it would go, honestly, on hard scale, it would be like gay guy here, and then black, and then like Mexican, Asian, and then maybe lesbian down here. Yeah. Because we're not as, guys still kind of look at it as like a cool sort of a cool, fun thing, and let me join and that sort of thing. And they, it takes just one person to be like, hey, I'm not that kind of person. I'm actually exclusive. I'm married, and I'm, and normally people are really corrected really quickly. You don't have to be a douche. You don't have to be mean. You can just be honest, and they get it.
And that's the thing. We live in an area that, I wouldn't use the word, I would use the word ignorant, because there's just a lot of things that they're not, that people around here have never seen before. And I mean,
it's because anyone who's like, I would say weird. I would say that one of the first things, we said, like, this makes sense. It's because we were really weird.
We're both weird.
We're both weirdos. Yeah.
Well, I just remember the first time I went over to your house. Do you remember what we did?
Ooh.
Did we?
Here's the tea, everybody.
Was it when we watched the movie? Was it when we watched Dark Knight?
Well, I was gonna say the first time I remember going over to your house, all your friends were over there, which is like Riley and all them, and we wound up drinking ginger beer outside of your house. You had to chug the whole thing.
You had to be a man.
You had to be a man.
To test to be a man, you had to drink a Goya beer.
Then you got a name, like some kind of goofy name. Yeah, dude.
What?
Dude, her group of friends was awesome.
Yeah, it was just, we were super weird. But yeah, I think that it's just, it's important to just sort of, when you connect with somebody on a level that's just like, okay, we're both different. We're both kind of, not used to what people are seeing. You feel a little bit more, you feel safer. Yeah. To just kind of be that.
Well, in that vein, it was what, May or June that you did the photo?
June, Pride Month.
Yeah, yes. June is Pride Month. I can't remember which one it was. So I was a part of that, and I was actually very proud to be a part of that. And I even caught flack. I don't think I ever told you. I caught flack for that. I had people text me, "Oh, you're gay now? You coming out?" And I was like, no, I'm just supporting what she's doing, because you were trying to create awareness of businesses and places in the area that were safe spaces for anybody that felt like they weren't safe.
Right.
And I want the brewery to be that. I don't care if you're gay or straight or whatever you are.
Yes.
This is a safe place for you to come. You can eat, drink, hang out, talk, have conversation, whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge you, and I'm not going to have any problem with you. Yeah. And that's what I want all of our staff to be the same way.
Yeah.
And we want that. I mean, your wife works here occasionally.
When you catch her.
Yeah. When she's like not doing something on the weekends.
Mystical lemur. You can't nail her down for anything.
No, not at all. But that's what we want here, and it was like humbling to me to be a part of that, because it's something bigger than just me and the brewery. Because I could quit here, and maybe because of that foundation that you helped lay of this is a safe space, maybe this place is always that. And that's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. And I think it's important in any community, or this community in particular, that we have that it's aware. People are aware that this is a safe space. You can talk to people here, and you can come in here and not be judged. And I don't think we have enough of that.
Right.
I mean, I grew up as a gymnast, and I got made fun of constantly. Yeah. And I'm straight, but I've been called gay more times than I can, and derogatory, not just like, hey, are you?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you
trying to insult you?
Yeah. It's an insult is what they're trying to use it as. And I've always been like, really, like, nothing makes you gay besides being gay. It's like gymnastics doesn't make you gay.
That's so good.
Like,
that's true.
Nothing does except actually like being gay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I do or how I dress or whatever it is. And I've always kind of dressed different than other people too. And I get made fun of constantly for that too. And I was like, that's part of the reason why I like the both of you is I don't feel like I have to be a certain way or
explain yourself or something.
Yeah. Because it doesn't matter, because you're gonna. I mean, there might be things about me you don't like, but you're still gonna be like, that's Matt.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, if you were and you were like, hey, there's this dude, nobody would neither of us would be like, what? Or anything like that.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
My gay best friend, Steven from Pittsburgh, well, not from Pittsburgh, he's from West Virginia, but from Pittsburgh would be, he'd probably jump off a cliff if I came out as gay, and it wasn't with him, by the way.
Yeah.
He'd be like, what?
What? How could you do this to me?
He's been trying to swoon me for years, and it hasn't worked. Sorry, Steven. I don't even know if you watch these, but
Poor
sorry,
Steven.
man.
Steven, hit me up. I know lots of guys.
Yeah, Steven, you can just move to small town Ohio, man. Pittsburgh's not that great.
We'll work it out.
Yeah, we'll find
Pittsburgh's
something.
not
Pittsburgh's not that great. We'll work something out.
Yeah.
Random note, but I just made the connection because Steven is black, and then Larry was in Pittsburgh. What's up with him and all? He's on that movie crew, right?
People are
freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
People are freaking out. It's like Los Angeles out there.
Freaking the fuck out.
I know.
It happened here. One of the guys came in. I mean, it wasn't like a full-on freak out, but like the guy that was in charge of some of the set stuff came in here Friday, and we had, and it's public knowledge now, we had a collaboration with Jackie O's Brewery, which is now in the top 100 breweries in the world.
Shout out.
Wow. Athens. That is awesome.
Right.
From Athens, and then they're doing a collab with us, and that's pretty damn cool that we got to collab with them.
And you guys have been pretty, like, you had a good relationship for a while, haven't you?
Yeah. Mike and Jamie and Kelly and Jennifer have all frequented over there and all that, so they've had a pretty good relationship. Yeah. Anyways, that's going on, and the guy comes in to ask about using. I'm burping so much today. Using our cans and glasses and bottles and stuff as props, and as soon as like the whole like movie thing was mentioned, it was like, oh, movie. I was like trying to grab it. I was like,
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I was like, dude, come here, like, because I've talked, like, Nicole's the director and Adam's the producer, and I've talked to them a ton. They frequent here, and they have since they've been in town. Like, so I like kind of know the whole premise of the movie and what they were gonna do, and like I was like, come here, I'll take care of you. But like, people are freaking the fuck out.
They are losing.
I saw somebody post on Twitter today that they were like, oh my god, I'm a part of this big thing, and it is cool. Objectively, by the way, it is cool.
Yes, it's super cool.
There is I think a multi-million-dollar production going on in Philadelphia.
It would have to be,
It's a feature film. Like, it's a whole crew from Los Angeles here being filmed. And are you casting it too?
Yeah, I think I'm an extra or something.
You're the only one not freaking the fuck out of it.
When are you supposed to be there?
Yeah, I know. I'm Saturday. Are we gonna be? In
God!
Are we gonna be dating? Do you think we'll be dating?
I hope so.
Oh my gosh.
I hope so.
It's so cool. It'll be you, me, and Larry in the same.
Yes.
That's gonna be awesome, dude.
They actually, I'm excited.
They come talk to you. They came talk to you, right?
Yeah.
Because I pointed them your direction too. Because I was like, if not her, she knows everybody and can point you where you need to go.
Dudes, by the way, pause this conversation because we're working on something, right? Like, we're doing something.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we are.
We need to meet about. I have to bartend tomorrow again.
We need to talk about it.
Okay, are we allowed to give any bit of detail?
Yeah, I think
so.
we should.
I don't like this damn wine. It's in my nose.
I'll eat it.
No, please don't again.
He just leans over.
Aiden will eat it.
Aiden,
huge shout out, by the way.
Run, Aiden.
Real quick shout out to Aidan Massie Media. Is it Media or Productions? I can't remember. Media. That's what I thought.
Who I forgot to tag and everything last week, and he made sure to point out to me that I forgot to tag him. I tagged everybody else and forgot Aiden last week.
My bad, Aiden. I apologize. But huge shout out to him. He'll be on the show next week, and I'm excited for that one. That's going to be fun.
Oh, I can't wait.
I guess I'll set this up a little bit then.
Yeah.
Julz has had a script for how many years? Long time, right?
Oh yeah, like 2 or 3 years probably.
Julz had a script that you wrote, and I don't remember. I think Colby said something about it to me.
Yeah,
maybe?
you were one of the first people that I mentioned it to.
Yeah,
I think.
and then he said something to me, and I said something to you, and you're like, sure, and we met. I've got the script, Colby's got it, and we're gonna shoot a short film.
Yes, we
are.
Dude,
it's so good too. By the way, like, it's something that I really like. You can shoot a lot of different stuff, but I really believe in like the script and where it comes from and how cool it is. I think it's gonna be great, and I know your mind, and I know your mind. Yeah. And it's so cool to be a part of a process that, like, I know I'm going to go into it and have no artistic, like, I'm not going to help out in that way because I see the vision and I know your skills and stuff. And I just trust entirely how good it's going to be just because of how good you guys are. Like,
that's the cool thing for me is, like, we've gone back and forth. You've sent me YouTube videos of, like, what you think. And then as I've picked them apart or taken the things and you're like, yes, this and that. Like, the back and forth has been really good because, you know, not that I'm the best or anything, but I can see what makes a video good. Yeah. Someone sent me a video last night, and I was like, just so you know, you realize that was probably a 5 to 10 person crew, blah, 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 blah. The drone they used was an Inspire. I can tell by the lens. It's a 2-person operator system. You had 2 people in the video on the motorcycle. You had someone driving a chase car, too. That someone has to film.
Colby was in the trunk eating a lime.
I was in the trunk dead, eating a lime.
Dead.
Yeah, there's so much that goes into it, but, like, I have developed an eye for that, and like that's what I'm proud of. And then being able to also try to do the same thing without all the people is something I'm proud of. And that's what I think is going to be cool. Like we're going to have more people on this than just me or just you, but it's going to be really cool, I think. Do you want to like tee up a little bit of what it's about, maybe?
Yeah.
Or without giving away everything?
Right.
And your role too, so that way people know.
Right. I'm just gonna direct and kind of be there, and you're gonna be DP.
Yep.
And
you wrote it, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I wrote
writer,
it.
director.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're going to be acting in it. You're a character in it. It's essentially a look through the eyes of someone with post-traumatic stress disorder. There's a lot of first-person shots. I won't tell the actual premise of the movie because it's really, I like it. I think it's a really cool concept.
It's really good script.
And it's something that
really
you don't
well-written
want to
script,
know.
too.
Thank you. What is it?
It's something you don't want to know where it's going.
Right, yeah. It's a whole thing, yeah.
You want to dive into the whole piece.
Completely. And, it's like a glimpse. That's why I think this is going to work really well, is because the actual shots are going to be so important, because I wanted to do a first-person look, like take someone on the actual PTSD ride of what it's like to have a flare-up or to be anything like that, because I was diagnosed with PTSD in March in the beginning of the year. I went to a therapist. And it's amazing how serious it is. And it's amazing how many people live with it, and they're just like, oh, I just kind of feel weird sometimes. Like, no, that's a legitimate thing. Yep. And it can be hard to live with. So I think that hopefully it'll kind of give people some insight into what that's like, and it'll tug on some heartstrings. You'll get famous. You'll get famous. I
hope so. Jeez. Man,
I'll be right here.
Yeah, you'll be here just cutting hair and beards.
Cutting hair, being the town gay. Just doing my thing.
I love it. Now, I am really excited about that because it's an opportunity. I had a short film teed up last year that the bottom fell out of. And I'm excited for this because I believe in this one even more. And actually, oddly enough, the one last year was about PTSD as well. Oh, cool. Different premise. I didn't mention that to you. Different premise. I had the whole thing shot listed and all of it, and then blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
Get everything in writing when you're doing shit. But you two won't fuck me on anything. You better not.
No.
But I got fucked over hard by these guys.
Yeah.
And they paid me some money, and I paid them back for it. And the guy was at the end of it was like, "Oh, yo, man of your word." And I just fucking bit my tongue, man, because like I had so many things I wanted to say to this motherfucker because he screwed me out of a lot of money, and like on nothing, just because they on a whim were like, we're not gonna do it anymore. And that doesn't sit well with me. Anyways,
also,
I know y'all aren't going to do that to me. But
you also know we're not a bunch of cowards.
Yeah.
We're not afraid to just do whatever and take the risk. I mean, it's going to take some work, but it won't be a big deal.
I think we're both really, once we get emotionally invested in something, you can really count.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
That's where I am. That's what we've talked a bunch on here. Like, I don't really have to communicate with you. I could not talk to you at all throughout the week. And I know at 5:45 to 5:55 every day, back door's going to open and Colby's going to walk through and we're going to be here to shoot. And he's going to be ready whether he was sleeping till 4:30 or not. How do you sleep that late? I slept late today.
Well, I was up till like probably 6 or 7.
Oh, I was up till
I stay up till
4:30.
about 6 every day.
Night owl.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, I work and then I play poker on my phone. And I was watching Game of Thrones and I was studying some stuff.
New season's going to be crazy.
Whatnot,
Game of Thrones. Are you ready?
Oh, dude, I'm so pumped for Game of Thrones.
Oh, my God.
I've got my girlfriend. We just finished, like, she just got to the second to last episode of season 1.
Oh my God.
So,
baby.
Yeah, she just got there. Well, she just got to that big, that.
Oh, yeah.
And
bless her.
she just got to there and let's do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, I got no pop filters. You can hear that stuff real well. Yeah, there we go. Thanks. Here, I'll do it. You make the sound. Okay. So.
All right.
Anyway, and I've been going through Game of Thrones. That's about it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay. Well, I really want to know, not to get real serious, but I really want to know what kind of like hardships and adversity you've overcome. I mean, you touched on it a little bit, but being a lesbian and being in a place like this and even just being a female, because still that's just now becoming like
shout out. I'm the first female on your show,
you
right?
are the first female too. And I was waiting for that to come out.
That's so awesome.
Yeah,
you're the first female.
Sweet.
One of the first people that came to mind in general when we first started this podcast.
Yeah, shout out to, I don't know going to say her name. I'm still salty about that one.
Oh yeah.
The second week we were supposed to have that backed out on me.
I don't know who that is.
You know who you are. I'm coming for you, and I will fucking kill you. No, you are the first female on here, and we've been like Colby and I are making more of a point to get females on here.
Yeah,
we
don't want anybody to feel like we're not trying to represent those people.
Well, there's a lot. If you're doing creative business owners, you got men out the butt. Women are not as much around here.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not really
that's
your
true.
guys'
And
fault.
business, and that's the thing. Business owners and like being a female, being gay, being a business owner.
Yeah.
Like any particular hardships or adversity you've overcome or things you've dealt with.
On top of that, you've been a musician too.
Yeah.
Musician, artist. There's a lot of different things. A barber. I mean, how many female barbers
Videographer?
are there that
Podcaster?
that are? Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's so
Look at all
many
these things.
Look at this.
And you did martial arts too, right?
Yes, I did martial
Damn, you can
arts.
kick my
I'm
ass.
throwing,
Cut
I'm
my
throwing
hair.
that in
Jiu-jitsu.
there
2
just to
years of
hype you up.
jiu-jitsu.
Wow. Jeez. And
We'll end this. I'll put you in an arm bar
avid
at the end.
CrossFitter too.
Yeah. Avid
Yeah.
CrossFitter.
Yeah.
Didn't you just compete last weekend?
Yeah, I did.
How'd that go?
It was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
The big one's coming up. We're competing on a 6-person team at the Arnold in March.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Dude, I
it.
had to go.
I'm going to the games.
Yeah.
I'm a winner. It's fine.
All I do is win.
It's
All
not.
right, so adversity or
Yes.
things you've dealt with. Anything in particular that comes to mind?
So, as far as soon as like business wise, this is really real truth. Honestly, since I have started building myself up as a brand and as a person and as a business owner and meeting Kelsey, I truly have had nothing but support.
That's awesome.
I can't.
That's what you want to hear.
Yeah, even from people who have just straight up said, you know, that their convictions, like they're religiously convicted, they can't necessarily look at me and say like, you go do your thing, but they still come in, they still support my business, and we just leave it at that. And I have not, you know, personally, I think the only thing that I can think of that was really prominent was when I was younger, like in my 16s and 17s. And I think that a huge part of it is like what I just did about 10 minutes ago when I said, I'm the big dykey lesbian, ha, ha, ha. I just took all of the power and I just set the tone. I just set the tone.
That's the only way you can do
and
it.
I say, now this is who I am. It's okay. Everybody's okay. Now let's move forward. I do all this stuff too. So it's something that I'm totally proud of. I'm totally comfortable with. And I just have to, if you set the tone, like you set the tone with anything you do, your music, you've adapted and changed so much in your music style. And I believe you every single time. I believed you when you were in a punk band. I believe you when you were in a screamer band. I believe in you when you're doing this music you're doing now. 110%.
White rapper.
You have to do this
I'm
now.
not a white rapper.
I'm sorry.
Damn it, man. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
I would say definitely not white rap.
I know. I just
Well, I
just
do-
threw some
I
shit
do
at him one
some
day. That's
rap,
become an
so
inside joke. So
I'll give you that. I do
what?
some rap, and I'm white.
do a little
So
bit.
I mean,
It's okay.
you
You're
can't.
white.
I can't say that, but I'm not a rapper.
Okay.
You know?
I love that inside joke now.
Yeah, it's
I
hilarious.
constantly throw shade at him all the
And I
time.
just go, I'm not a white rapper.
We need a compilation clip of all those all the time.
Oh
TJ.
God! If someone were to do that eventually, like that's what I love about like all the big YouTubers
At least
that have been
you,
around forever.
like-
Like the Jenna Marbles like fan
Yeah.
submissions are fucking hilarious,
Yeah,
man.
they're so
But I'm
good.
like, how the fuck do people have all this time to comb through those videos?
I know.
and find those moments
And like zoom
then
in
put
and
them
do the
together.
captions.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, like no.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to make a video, like, but to comb through all that,
Yeah.
to find the stuff and then make a video, no way.
Yeah.
They're the real MVPs.
Yeah, no way. I don't want to do that at all, ever. That and like even
I could go through and watch them for you and mark down the times, and you could just go.
Melissa
through it
was
later.
doing that last night. Actually, she kept texting me like at this moment, it's like funny jokes and stuff in there. She was like, "Oh, episode 9 at
Timestamp.
21, whatever." And I was like, "Damn!" Like, I don't even. I told her I was like, "I don't even remember what we talked about last
Yeah.
week."
Me either.
Yeah.
Half the time I watch
Right.
them and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, we talked
Hey,
about
I
that.
said that.
And I don't know how long was the first one that you did the other day.
Like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
We
but
could-
still, like that's gonna be blink of an eye. We're 30
Yeah.
minutes in already right now.
Yeah.
Dude, it goes by so quick,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. And I always say it's like, you know, like a show or like a sporting event or whatever you enjoy.
Yes.
How quick
Yes.
that stuff can go by when you're having fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have a lot of fun on the podcast. I mean, we're just sitting down and talking.
Best
But
part of your whole week.
what is it?
The best part of your whole week is
It's
Of
it's one thing I look
Colby's
forward to, and like
Week.
I
Stay on the
honestly last
podcast.
year I had all intentions of being in California right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
you told
actually
me that.
could totally probably be in California right now, or at least in Arizona within the next month. And I don't have any intentions of leaving because
Yep.
of the podcast,
Yep.
because of some certain things that I'm doing here that I don't want to leave,
Yep.
that I've made obligations to. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, like my bar.
like your bar.
You know that you started
Listen,
bartending
young
here?
boy.
You started bartending here?
Yeah, I just found that out.
About 10 minutes ago
About
when you
like
told
10
him.
minutes ago when you said that.
Oh,
That's
I didn't
crazy.
know that.
That's so good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
That's
for him.
like your thing. I don't. Why? When you said that, I was like, why haven't we said that before? Why weren't you in here sooner?
I've just been waiting.
I always
I've just been waiting. I've
Well,
been,
that's
I've
one of
been
the things that
slowly.
Melissa said. Melissa said that on I think it was podcast week 7 that I said someday you'll be a part of the bar, and like you know it's like a month later now, And
thought form.
You've done.
Put it in the universe.
Well, yes, but
up.
I knew I was going to hire him because eventually I need to not be here bartending all the time. So like, yeah, the universe, but also Matt.
You're the one who hires the people, so it's like if you say it's going to happen, it's probably there's a very good chance it's going to happen.
No, I did put it out there because I wanted it to be out there. And I wanted it to be like, you know, because I had to do some talking and be like, no, I think Colby's a good fit for you. He's going to be good for the culture. He's going to be good. He's a little, he's very bad at listening, not listening, taking direction. Very good at that. Ears though, very bad.
I can't hear.
Can't hear anything. Which
they don't know what it's like.
Yeah,
they don't know what we did from 15
Exactly.
to 18.
That's what I was going to say.
How
but
bad
he's
is
got a
your
legitimate
hearing now?
Oh, it's horrible. Well, I was still playing music with The Disease and the Cure. I went to an audiologist, and he tested my hearing and said I had the hearing of a 50-year-old, and that's probably before I was even 19. So that's horrible.
Yeah, he has a legit excuse though. So like, not really any
you're
shade.
deaf.
It's just kind of funny to me, but he's fucking deaf, dude.
People should feel bad for you.
Yeah,
Because
That's
it's
all right.
hard.
I don't.
I don't feel bad for myself.
Do your ears ring anymore after shows?
No.
Yeah, that's how you know you're
That's
gone.
when you know
That's
that
when
you
you're
can't
fired.
hear
Bye-bye.
anymore.
Yeah.
See, and there was a while in a couple bands I started wearing nothing but I always had hearing protection in. And then I was like, I literally just was like, yep, it's too late. And stopped wearing them.
Throwing them out.
Well, you offered me
there's no point.
earplugs at the last show at your place, and I mentioned on the podcast after that, dude, my ears were ringing for like a day and a half after that.
Yeah.
And I was like, there is never going to be a time when I don't take the ear protection. next
Yeah.
time
Yeah,
because
and honestly,
it's
that's a
bad.
really good way at shows to make money is to sell hearing protection because
people forget.
I know at Lost Lands, and I was running merch for Lost Lands. It was a pretty big area, and they gave away earplugs at the beginning, and then we sold them at my tent for $5 a piece, and I sold earplugs every 5 minutes.
Yeah, because people would be like, I don't need these.
Because
Throw
they'd
them away.
lose
They're
it,
like,
yeah.
oh, fuck.
And then they
Yeah.
couldn't go back and get them, so then
Yeah.
they'd buy them from
Yeah.
us. So,
we kind of cut you off. So
oh yeah,
you
adversity.
said adversity and him adapting.
Yeah, and you adapt because you have to film a promotional video. You have to
Yes.
film a wedding video. You have to. So I think that if you can adapt, that's the key to any sort of trafficking through any sort of adversity
Yep.
is just being able. Don't get discouraged,
Yep.
and like. Head down, bangs down, no spook. That's a gay saying. Like, you just head down. Like, if you're in drag and you're walking
down, no
out,
spook.
head down, bangs out, no spook. Like, get out of there. Like, just put your head down and
love
go.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
it's all good, and just keep fighting through it. And that's, but I think that when I don't know if I would have gotten as much the adversity I got when I was younger if I was open and comfortable with myself.
Yeah.
I think I probably would have received less.
Yeah, probably.
So I think it's about that, the tone that you set.
I think when you just own it, people are like, oh, okay, that's it. It's
Yeah.
what it is.
Plus, there's always a journey within your own lifetime to find yourself and find
Yep.
what you really want. And a lot of times, you can be the biggest bit of adversity that you have,
Yeah.
that you ever face. And I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
that you are, 100%.
I think you are too.
That it's until you overcome that, hey, I can say whatever I want to do and do whatever I want to do and not be a bad person as long as I'm not hurting people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think a lot of times you convince yourself you're a bad person or you're this
Yeah.
or you're that and that's one of the hardest things for me, at least growing up, has been redefining and reshaping your morals the older that you get and not just taking other people's morals and other people's
Yeah.
ideology.
Your own
See,
original.
that's something I'm very into because I think a lot of people, especially in this area, have been taught to think a certain way or to act a certain way or believe a certain thing because it's what they were taught and they don't ever question it.
Right.
And I do this constantly with people, and like I don't really care if I'm right or wrong. I just question you so I know that you understand what it is you're saying or
Yes.
doing or talking about. Like I want you to know why,
Yes.
not just
Yes.
like my dad was a Republican and my granddaddy was a Republican,
Yes.
so I'm a Republican.
Right.
I think that's
Or the
way- I think-
opposite. Or the opposite. My
Yeah.
dad was a Republican, so I'm a Democrat. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can't just for a long time that was my ideology was like, oh,
Screw
the
you,
man's
Dad.
doing this. I
Screw
gotta be
you,
that's
Dad.
punk rock, and that is not punk rock. Like it took me a
No.
really long time to understand what the ideology of being a punk was. And I think since then, like it just hasn't stopped, and I realize I'm always gonna be a punk.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what I
Yeah.
do, what style of music I play. Like that's just me.
So I was doing that actually last night too. I was talking to somebody and I wasn't necessarily challenging them on what they were doing, whether it was right or wrong, but just asking so that they thought all the way through it.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, yeah, you're right. Actually, that is a better way to do it. Or, hey, maybe I should, instead of focusing so much on this, maybe I should focus on actually executing the thing instead. And that's what I don't give a shit what you believe as long as you know why or you understand it completely, really. And I do that constantly with stuff. And I also will say, I think adaptability and like resourcefulness, adaptability, and resilience are the three things I look for in any person. Because you're going to be put in different situations. You're going to need to be able to be resourceful. Like when you've got nothing, how do you find something to get to the next thing?
Yeah.
Like to be able to go grab the thing. And there's plenty of quotes. Because one of my favorite ones is like, it's not resources, but resourcefulness that ultimately defines success and failure. Yeah. Because it really is. Because you can have no dollars, but be really resourceful and find someone that'll front you the money to get to the next thing to be able to get the money to pay them back.
Yeah.
And then just resiliency, because you're going to get knocked the fuck down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
And that's another one of my favorite quotes is fall 7, stand 8. I think I might have said it here before.
Yeah,
it's a Japanese
like quick.
proverb.
That was early on.
Very early on. Because you're going to get knocked the fuck down. I mean, when I met you, I was at my fucking lowest point when I started bartending here. Like I had nothing. I had just enough money to have bought a camera and that stabilizer I used. That's all I fucking had. I had a piece of shit car. I had nothing. I was like nothing. But I was resourceful enough to know that I could fall back on my bartending skills I'd learned. Actually, I have to say this real quick because I don't give my father any credit really for a lot of things. And that's probably shitty, but I said yesterday that he taught me a couple things. One of them was that bartending goes anywhere. Golf is a sport you should probably pick up because it's a good idea because so many business deals go down. Yeah. And there was another thing I said last night. It's just slipped out of my mind. But
don't do heroin.
Don't do heroin. He also has told me before too.
That was the other one.
Smart man, your father.
Bartending will travel anywhere. It'll go anywhere. Oh, I know what it was. Everybody loves music. Everybody loves music. Golf is a good habit to pick up for businesses or business people. And then bartending is a skill that can take you anywhere. Because people love booze, people love music, and lots of rich people that have money like golfing.
Absolutely.
And I have kind of done all those things.
Now I know how to forge my next D&D character.
Forged in the steel of beer and music on the golf course.
Do you play D&D?
Yeah, I had a really cool...
I want to so bad.
Oh, dude, you should play
I want
sometime.
to.
Never played.
Yeah, we should just start
We're
playing.
gonna play.
I was like, whatever then.
Yeah.
Matt's character would have a camera, and he'd just go up to everybody and film us.
I will capture you in my camera, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you'd be stealing everyone's soul like the Amish
I
thing.
wanted to do one called a Wild West theme one called Dungeons and Wagons, but like
like an Oregon Trail, everyone gets dysentery and everything.
That's where I was going to go to.
we brought up Oregon Trail last week, dude. Dude, by the way,
Dysentery.
Ballad of Buster Scruggs on Netflix.
What did you say to me?
Is it a show?
Yeah, what did you say? I don't know what this is. Should I know what this is?
It's just a show on Netflix, but it's weird, really weird, really. It's a Western, but like it has a lot of big names in it, and it had one of the dudes from Old Brother Where Art Thou, so I was like, okay, I'll check this out.
Yeah.
What's his name? Tim Blake Nelson or something like that. But anyway, really, really weird. If you get a chance to watch it, if you like Westerns, it's worth your time. But
Have you seen Westworld? It's not really Westworld.
I haven't seen it, no.
Dude,
I've seen the previews.
Is so fucking
Kelsey
badass.
watches that. I don't know if she does.
Westworld is so badass. It's like Game of Thrones and Westworld to me are like right there. I fucking love Westworld.
Okay, then I'll check it out.
Love
It's on
Westworld.
Netflix?
No, it's on HBO actually. as
HBO.
well.
Oh, okay. Well, then I've got HBO. Okay.
I've been watching a lot of Shark Tank at my shop,
Okay. I've
and
never
I
watched
just
Shark Tank.
look in the mirror every night, and I'm like, I want 20% gratuity, $100,000, or I'm out.
Is Mark Cuban still on there?
He is still on there.
Oh, dude, I
He's
love
a
him.
beast.
I love him.
I went to his Instagram because I was like, wonder what he's doing. It's dead. He's got like 1 million followers. He doesn't even post.
No,
It's like a
Nice.
picture of
Me
his.
too, though.
Yeah, no, he's So I watched that and I'm like, I want to learn so much. And then I think like, are you just this rich? Like, can I learn from you at this point? Because you're just throwing. It's just crazy. The money they throw around.
Elon Musk is that dude for me, dude.
Yeah.
He's just like, it's just like, whoa, that guy is
Yeah, the dude made a fucking
On a
flamethrower
different-
just to fuck with people.
just to sell it, just because he wanted to.
Yeah, just the hell of
And
it.
that's the thing. And those
Talk about
those
stupid
tunnels
money.
he's building in
Yeah.
LA. Well, on top of that, like the things that he does, other than like he does things, he's like, yeah, because I want to do it, and then he also does things because he wants to help the world.
Yeah, they're really good.
And he's one of those minds that will be remembered forever. I mean, he's definitely going to be a name that nobody forgets. And it's just cool to see someone like that exist in our day and age.
Yeah.
There was an article I shared on Facebook the other day, and it was talking about like innovations in the world and how everybody should be terrified of Tesla, not because Tesla's bad, but because of the innovations that are coming in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, think about right now, it's illegal to deliver things by drone.
I saw
more than
what you're- yeah.
and more than a certain distance. Like, think about the things that are coming. Think about automation. Think about drones. Think about
3D printing. Like,
yeah, 3D
think how
printing.
far you can take that. I mean,
think the robots we have now that can open doors and make things and all that stuff. Like, you're going to be replaced in the next 10 to 15 years if you can't do something creative that robots will never do.
yep.
Like, the arts and the creative stuff, that's also why
That's
I
the
picked
only
up.
jobs that will still be
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Is
'Cause you're
people
gonna
who
automate
think for
everything else out.
themselves
Yeah.
in a different way.
Yeah.
And people who stay on the up and up. Honestly, like if you don't spend time out of your day every day learning something, whether that's pointless information or something, if you're not
Yeah.
making your brain learn something
Yeah.
new every day,
Yeah.
you're literally just throwing. You're just making the cogs move slower
Yeah.
and
Yep.
slower every day,
Yep.
and get used to just running at some point in time, and then you're just a machine yourself. I mean, that's the thing. At
Colby,
the
is
end of the
space
day.
real?
What is it?
Is space real? I feel like you're like a
Space.
closet, like, flat earther or, like, something.
Is space real?
Yeah.
Is anything real?
God damn it,
No,
yes.
no. Bear with me. Bear with me here.
There's the turn, Aidan. There's the turn. You see it? You got into it.
I'm ready.
When you think about it, all we are brains.
Did we talk about this on camera?
Using
we talked about this
eyes.
after camera.
I think we did.
It's after.
Using our eyes, our
This is
hands,
deep.
and our senses to be able to gather the information and send it to our brain and create the reality that we see. But how do we know that even our senses are picking up everything whenever we only, like if you look at the electromagnetic
really
field in general,
I wish
and
my
you
wife
look at
was
how
here.
much
She's
light
a
there is.
master's degree. I'm so.
Yo, we actually thought about having the two of you on together, but we weren't sure how logistically
Having
that
what?
would. Having Julz and Kelsey both.
Oh yeah,
You need
but
to
then
have
we
just
were like,
Kelsey. I'm telling you.
we ought to have just
you
Kelsey
really
for
should.
sure.
we just thought we would
She's-
take away from both of your conversation.
yeah.
We wouldn't be able to focus in on you
Yeah,
Right.
and focus in on
Kelsey's a
hard to-
Leo.
it's
She
hard
would
to
need
put
all the
three.
focus.
Yeah.
that
Oh.
would be it.
Ooh.
She would need all the focus.
Okay, we'll
What's
have
your
to
guys'
book her.
signs?
What is it? I'm a
your sign?
Pisces, if that wasn't
Pisces
obvious.
as well.
Yeah.
I am, and I always tell people, I am like, if you look up like my birth chart, I am like Pisces all the way down.
Are you really?
I'm-
Have you done your chart
Yeah,
yet?
I know all of it. I can almost actually.
You
have
know
it saved
how
in my
rare.
phone.
So
I got it on
okay,
my phone,
you
too.
have yours too.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to know.
Okay,
we should
let me
do.
look.
Yeah, I really need to know.
God.
I really need to know.
I don't have the chart. I have. Well, I think I have the chart. I think it's not the chart.
If you know, do you know your
I have
rising
the
is?
chart.
Pisces. I'm Pisces. Like everything. Like
Pisces moon, Pisces rising,
I
Pisces.
think it's I believe it's everything.
Sun.
Because my mom
rare.
always told me. Yeah, my mom always told me that it was really rare and unique that to be like all Pisces like that, and it
Right.
makes me.
Well, your sun sign is how other people
There's
view
my
you.
chart. Sorry, my phone looks like someone punched it as hard as they could.
Sun and Pisces.
That's actually not what
your
happened.
Moon's a Taurus. Where's your rising? Libra rising. Oh, this is great. That Taurus moon. You're such a. It's because you're great in relationships. You're solid. You're loyal.
Sometimes.
You
Just
know?
kidding.
Just that Pisces though. The Pisces will make you
I'm just kidding.
forever swimming, little fishies.
Dude, that's-
you guys
I'm-
are just forever swimming.
That's how I am. I am like
Yeah.
Pisces to the core. Like every stereotypical thing of Pisces is me, pretty much.
Dude, in your glasses, it just looks like you have green on your phone. Like you're just scrolling through
got that
green.
thing on it.
And I'm like, okay.
Well, your sun sign is how, your core values. Your
Mm-hmm.
moon sign is your emotional side, like who you are in a relationship with only very few people. And then your rising is how you see yourself and how you give yourself off to others. So it's really rare for your sun and your rising to be the same because it's rare for people to see themselves as they really are.
I don't
So
have it
that's-
on here, but I swear.
We'll
like,
do it.
I'll have
the
to do it
whole thing.
again.
Yeah, I'll do your whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is the same because I think I was born at 5:05. 5:05 in the morning in, I think the location where you're born matters too. does
Yes,
not?
Yeah.
yes.
5:05 in the morning in Kanawha, Ohio on March 1st, 1987. And I'm pretty sure it's like all of them. And I don't know. I don't know what that says about me. But,
What day is your birthday?
March 9th.
March
7
9th,
days after it is.
and the X was a Pisces too.
Ooh.
That did not get
That's
a
like
big-
Gemini
I-
feed. That's
I
Pisces
just
feed,
always
man.
date cancers.
Do you always
always.
take cancers? You like the emotional people.
Yeah.
Cancers
You
and
love the
Pisces
emotion.
go well together though.
Yeah, you like the emotional people. I have my
Sometimes.
best friend.
I actually do too.
Sometimes.
They're dating right now.
Wow. We're going to leave that one alone, I think.
Some of them.
Yeah. Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Pause, cut. We'll leave
No
that one alone.
shade. No shade. Some things
I
just
actually-
don't
teach
work.
That's
no
funny.
shade,
Like,
no
we
pink
really haven't
lemonade.
talked about literally the whole core thing that I wanted to talk about a lot, other than that brief little bit. But I really do love Zodiac stuff, and God, I can't
He's a
believe
Zodiac
can't
killer.
Fucking believe I'm actually going to say this. I've been talking to Melissa about enneagrams. If you know,
Oh, she was sitting over here talking to everybody about it the other day, wasn't
she's
she?
crazy about them. You know what enneagrams
Yeah.
are? You love enneagrams.
I don't know. What is that?
So an enneagram is basically like a personality test kind of deal.
Yeah.
And then when you're like under stress, you tend to lean towards another number. There's 1 through 9. So you're usually at like a homeostatic state, being okay. You're a certain kind of number. And then when you're under stress, you're more tended to be like another one. And then when you're in a growth mindset or growth state, you're another one. Or you have tendencies, another one. And she showed me, and she's like trying to get to know like who I am a little bit more and stuff like that. So like, I did it, and I was like, well, I'm pretty sure I'm this, and then I probably am that, whatever. It is really interesting. I can't believe I'm fucking admitting that, too.
I don't know which
Isn't that
Avenger
cool?
I am, though.
Isn't it cool?
I need to figure that one
Facebook
out.
quiz.
I
Like,
hate
I'm
this
probably
fucking Facebook
Captain
quizzes,
America, just because
You know
I
what
feel
I
like I'm
missed?
Captain.
MySpace surveys.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark
I
without
would
a
be Tony
doubt.
Stark?
Yes,
Yeah, without a
you're
doubt.
definitely Iron Man in this situation.
Man.
Is it good or bad?
That's a good thing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you're confident.
I am
I'm
confident.
Aquaman.
Yeah.
I'm very.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure of who I am most of the time.
Isn't it weird all the things we do to just like figure ourselves out when we
Yes.
know, when we're the ones that know?
It's like, which Disney princess are you?
You've actually fucking
Elsa.
taken that quiz, haven't you?
No.
Yes, you have.
I'm
Don't
Belle.
lie
We
should all
to me.
take it.
I'm Belle. No, I'm Belle.
We should take it now. That should be the challenge we do next week.
Yeah. Aiden's over here.
Aiden is losing his shit.
Can you come in a bell dress? And I'll be the beast.
I'll wear a dress,
I'll
but
be
I
the
mean,
beast.
it's not going to be pretty. I've got
God.
chest
Oh, yeah.
hair, beard. It's just going to.
I don't really want to see that.
I don't
so,
want to see that,
yeah.
but I'll do it.
Especially if you're going to drink the gallon of milk.
Matt's like, will you?
Yeah, please. Anyways, Zodiac, I love. I love that stuff. Enneagrams, Harry Sam, very interesting as well.
Yeah, I need to check
The
that out
Five
because
Love
she was
Lang-
really hyping him up. So
Oh
I
yeah,
need
The
to check
Five
it
Love Languages is a really good book too.
that's big.
When I split with my ex, I actually read that and I gave her a copy of it and said like, I know we're split, but like, you should probably read this just for your own like relationship health later
Right.
on in life
Yeah.
because you do learn a lot about
real.
yourself
Yeah.
and it is real. That's like what I learned about it really was that her version of quality time was not my same version of quality time, and quality time to me was not as important as it was to her. And because of that, that was one of the main reasons why we had tension was I wasn't giving her what she needed to feel loved because it didn't matter to me really.
translate,
It
yeah.
didn't translate. So things that mattered to me didn't matter to her so much. We were both trying, but we
Right.
were trying things that didn't work for each other, and we didn't know that. So learning about yourself, I think, is very important. And my mom has always said that the stars don't determine, but they do incline. And I always like that about the Zodiac because they don't make you who you are. Just because
Yes.
it says this doesn't mean you
True.
have to be a certain way.
Yes.
But like you do tend to be. I mean, you can read
Affects
the whole
your
Pisces
tendencies
thing.
quite a
Yeah.
bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can read the whole Pisces thing, and that's like me. It's like Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. I knew you were a Pisces before I even asked you. I
Yeah.
just could just tell. And I'm very in tune to that. Do you know that the Pisces are the 12th zodiac, which means they're kind of a chameleon? They can blend in with all the other zodiacs because they have a piece of all of them in them, which makes them both very manipulative and very good leaders
was gonna say,
if
I
they're
was gonna
used
say
for
they're
the if they're
manipulative.
used for the right or wrong things.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the good wolf and the bad wolf. You
Yes.
got to feed the right one. Yeah.
Do you know what positive manipulation is? At least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sure is it.
When you pay the Russian government to help you with your voting. I'm just kidding.
And someone's gonna shoot us in Jackson County, Ohio.
You guys have got a gay on your show, and now you're
Oh
saying
God, we got a gay, and we're insulting the president. Wow, this is it, Colby. We have
Hey.
canceled. We are canceling
No,
ourselves.
I wasn't
Two
insulting
things.
anybody. I was just saying that if that
you
happened
should see
from
me
anybody,
dance. You should see me dance with clients because there's two. The first thing they teach you in hair school is how to wash hair and what not to do. And you wash hair really carefully because it's kind of hard actually. The hose gets a little tricky. And
Yeah.
you also don't talk about politics or religion.
Right.
So politics, man, presidential season and everything.
You're just, like, trying to
You
move it
should
around.
see me. I can dance right out of it. I can dance out of
God,
any
I would love to-
any.
I would
oh,
love to
I
watch
just
that.
shoot.
dude. Plus, we live in a
Hard
day and
curve.
age where
Yeah.
if you want to have a successful business, a lot of times it's really hard to give any opinion at all in
Yeah.
any way, shape, or form. That's why, like, I'm not hating on the president. I'm not hating
No,
on
yeah.
anybody. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
joking around. But at the end of the day, like, it's really hard to have an opinion and say it because then that opinion automatically is forced to represent your business.
Yes.
Yeah, and you typically turn off 50% of your audience
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
So you really can't. That's something that credit to Mike. Mike told me that a long time ago. I tweeted something about I was pissed off at something. I was pissed off at several people in particular. I tweeted something about like fuck shady people, fuck this town, like whatever. And him and Kelly saw it. They weren't happy about it, and they're like, "Yeah." And at first, I was still pissed. So
You're still in that like
I was
red
still
mode.
pissed.
All you see is
Yeah,
red.
and I pushed back against him, and then I was actually on the phone with Kelly, and she was like, "No, you need to listen to me." And she was like, actually like know, like you represent the brewery to people, and when you say something like that, even if you're only mad at one person, you out of anger tweeting something like that everybody can see, they're gonna automatically assume that you really mean it. And being like the face of the tap room here, like I can't do that, and I recognize. And at the end of the phone call, I was like, "You're right. I'm sorry. I deleted it already. It's gone. Like I won't do that again." But you're right. Having a business and putting an opinion out there can alienate 50% of your audience like that. They're just gone.
Yeah, yeah.
And when it comes to money, I want that 50% of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that it probably is easy for you. It's easy for Mike and Kelly and Jen and Jamie and a lot of businesses around here. Me, when it comes to coming in and disagreeing with people, because truly, anything I do, I just want to connect with people.
Yep.
And I know that's not you. That's not how you connect. If you can't agree, then you just got to keep dancing and you just got to keep moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there
There's
are
a million
things.
other things to talk about.
Yeah,
And
I just wanna
honestly,
connect
some
with
things
people.
are so far away that what in the hell does someone's political opinion have to do with how their haircut's going to turn out?
Yeah.
Or have to do
Yeah.
with my music at all? Or have to do with your video quality?
Yep.
Like, it doesn't affect it,
doesn't,
in any way, shape, or
truthfully,
form.
I've said this a million times.
Just like it
because
doesn't
I've
affect
wanted
me.
to-
Like,
yeah.
the people that listen to my music, I don't care what they believe.
Yeah, it's out there and you're putting it out there. And I think that major is like, if you are coming out and you're being this kind of person, I think that it's really important to make sure that you don't dilute that, because you're ended up putting up this product. I always say, like, if you are not giving to people what overflows from you, if you're dipping in, then you're giving them less version, right? So you have to give them what overflows, which can seem kind of selfish, or it can seem like, I don't really, you don't like my music, okay, that's fine. But like, at the end of the day, you don't like my video, okay, that's okay. But it's important for you to say, well, I'm not going to dip in to make sure that you get that, because the people that do like it are going to get way less of a good product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And that's been like one of the harder things for me with playing with dudes in bands was like, I always felt like I had to keep eye on for other people's social media.
Yeah.
And like, if they said something that I thought represented the band wrong, then I had to be a dick and be like, hey dude,
I gotta be grandpa, I gotta be
can't post
pappy.
this.
Like, you gotta shut that down.
And it made me, like, I always felt like a band mom, no matter
Yeah,
what.
I keep getting called dad here because like
It's important. Though.
I'm all for like us having a good time here and all that shit. But like, there's certain things that we don't do here for a fucking reason. Like, you don't serve underage people. You don't fucking blah 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 blah. Like, we don't.
I don't
that.
serve beer.
Simple.
I'm a freaking hair salon.
I swear to God, I'm kidding.
I hate
She's got a
you.
whole stock in the back, guys. You just gotta know where to ask. There's a secret knock and like handshake and shit.
Yeah, you have to be gay to get
Just
back
to be
there.
gay. Damn it.
I keep it in my hat.
In your hat.
Yeah, it's only there when you're there because it's in your hat.
See, the two places I work at are the liquor store and the bar.
I know you're so.
So like, if you want alcohol, don't go to Julz. Come to me. Like, I've got you on both fronts. Like,
don't have
like there's no
alcohol.
reason to go get your hair cut and be like, and then you come to me, like, I got you, like, for real.
Look at
we're
him.
gonna brand
Got you.
Colby as like the alcohol guy, like Mr. Alcohol Jackson.
I'll get you a
Ohio.
big, huge trench coat.
Oh my God.
Just natty light.
Just like 6 packs of different beers. Like,
Kahlua. Just Kahlua. Why do you have so much Kahlua? You don't
Well,
like
I
that?
mean-
Here's some Bush Light.
Bush Light on this side. And
Oh my God. You're gonna be Mr. Alcohol in Jackson, Ohio. We should do it. We should do like a whole marketing campaign. Once you're here longer and you like develop like your skills and stuff, stop doing that. It's very annoying. Is that gonna be your slogan? Is doing that?
no
that
shit being
gift.
creepy to you.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Once you're here longer and like you're more comfortable bartending, we should do like a whole campaign behind that.
Yes.
Like, actually, you know what? Shout out to you, by the way, because I've talked about this randomly with other people. I really feel like the first time I ever heard of Six Sense Brewing was when you made the video of for trivia night of the one that we
Sports one,
shipped.
the one that I love.
The first time I
That's
ever
like
heard of
my
Six Sense
favorite
Brewing was
video.
because that came across my Facebook feed.
Really?
I really, like, not to discount any of the other stuff, but I really do feel like a lot of the stuff that you did early on for this place helped to establish it and helped to grow it. And like, I shared that again recently because it was funny and we were starting
So
trivia
funny.
back up.
Yeah.
But like, and that was before I was even I was living in Gallia at the time. I didn't have a camera.
Yeah.
Living in Gallia.
Riding your bike around
And-
playing Pokemon Go.
No, I was in Gallia. I wasn't there yet.
You're
I didn't
still
have a
riding your
yet.
bike.
No, I didn't have a bike yet. I didn't
You
buy the
still
bike.
have Pokemon Go.
No, I wasn't. Nah, I was playing Pokemon Go. Yeah.
All right. See, I got half that. I was half right.
Can't get out of there.
Yeah, except I
Not
wasn't in
wrong.
Jackson and I wasn't on a bike, so that's a third.
A
You got
third
it
right.
A third.
Third
Anyways,
right. That's not bad.
Anyways, shout out to you for that because it's important to recognize like all the things that go into a business. Even when
Yeah.
Cody left here, man, I was like, I don't know if anybody is going to say this to you, but I'm going to, because me stepping in here, it's easy to be like, oh, look, I'm in charge. But it's not about me, man. It's like about all the fucking people that came before me in this place that made it what it is. Like, without Kelsey sitting here endless hours when it wasn't busy and dealing with the few customers that were in here in the beginning, or Cody and Grant and all that.
And
like,
keeping return customers. I mean.
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's a great place with great people. It was easy. It was the video took because the people were great.
Yeah.
It was like, it was super easy, and when you have a good place and good people, I just feel like if you're vibrating like that with everybody, it's contagious. People with law of attraction.
And it's cool now because you're just a hop, skip, and 500 steps away from here right
500.
now.
500? Have you?
I would say it's about maybe 100.
You should take a bet. I don't know.
I would say probably 200.
Yeah,
200 steps.
Very close.
200? Nah.
If you're counting
you
each
should
foot,
know this because the coffee shop's right across the
if
street.
you're counting each foot, right? Like, just
like
we're
this.
crawling.
From the coffee shop, it was probably like an easy 40 steps.
From the coffee shop,
Yeah.
Because, jaywalking, we can't do that.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
What? You actually go to the intersection and walk across this crosswalk?
Yeah, man, he's still in
I
high
always
school.
jaywalk.
He's gonna. It's totally fine.
Hey, break the rules, buddy. I'm
Don't
kidding.
go to
break the
jail
rules.
for jaywalking in high school. Like, you will never live
Here,
that down.
I would say 500 is probably a good number. It's probably
What?
350.
So you say 5 was about. I changed it to 2.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
said 2.
And I thought,
I'd say 350
You
to
think
500.
like 100? It's way more than that.
Yeah, he's saying 40 from the
Oh,
coffee
I
shop
see,
to
I
your
see, I
spot.
see.
all right, we're gonna take a bet then.
All right, so
All
next
right.
week we'll have an answer for this.
Well, guys, it's a polar vortex outside. So
Plus,
we're
it's
gonna do
according
this
to
one
whose
day.
feet. Whose feet are
feet?
gonna be walking?
I mean, you're the tallest out of all
Man,
of us,
we're gonna
right?
have to get
We're
Kelsey.
about the same
There's
height.
physics involved in this. I'm out. I can't. Just let me walk.
Yeah. Okay.
We need to get Kelsey on here for sure.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
home
Well,
and
as
tell
long
her.
as we pick one
I will.
person and then
Give me
we
a date.
make our bet based on that one person, because it'll be adjusted by about probably 10 steps, I'd say,
Why are we
just
talking-
based on the length of their legs, you know?
Come on the podcast, they said. It'll be funny, they said. It'll be fun. Good time. What you said about good people and all that, that's one of the main reasons. You were actually one of the first people I mentioned to have on here because of that.
Yeah.
And I told you even, like, when we first started talking about, like, we really haven't hung out as much as I want to, honestly, but, like, when I first told you, or I think I first delivered the video, I was like, I don't have any friends in Jackson. I'd like to make more friends.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. Like,
sat right there.
Yeah. And I was like, I want people around me like that. That's why I like having all of you around. The people that I deal with now, I'm trying very consciously to keep my circle like that because I want that to vibrate up together and us to rise together.
Yeah.
So if there's something that, we can do to help each other like this, and like if I can come on the podcast to help you, or I can help you with the salon or whatever it may be, like, I'm always down. He's always down for whatever.
Yeah.
If he needs a haircut and you need me to film it, like, boom, we'll do it. If you want content for the salon or whatever it is, like,
Right.
we're always down for that. And I think it's important to remember that.
I like how mine's just have to sit in a chair. That's what I have to do.
Well, no, but you played. How many shows have you played?
My
over
skills
our
are
place?
just probably like 3 or 4.
3 or 4 this year.
Yeah,
We
you're
play
always
quite a
representing
few
down there when she has
down
shows
there.
and
Yeah.
stuff, and like,
For sure.
like it's
Always
important
sending
that-
people down there too. Because,
Yeah,
like,
you are absolutely. I've gained a lot of clientele from those shows, from those people, and I think that people that don't really even see my haircuts. They come in and it's just like I think they feel comfortable and they're like,
Yep.
this is a cool place. I want to support it
Yep.
because we do have those shows. I don't know if I mentioned that, but the salon after hours we open up and it's an event venue. So we have everything from we've had comedians, hip hop artists, metal bands, indie bands, country bands. I've had drag shows in there. I've had like dance parties in there with
Mario
DJs,
Kart competitions.
Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart.
competitions.
Hell yeah.
We tried out a bunch of stuff this year, and it was all really cool because we just at the end of the day, it's something about being a misfit it's such a bond, and it's weird. I was talking to Josh Richter and Cody, who they shout out to them, Cutthroat Apparel.
God, we got to get them. If we do, we have to get them on together because they're fucking
Yeah.
hilarious together.
Yeah.
Gosh, they should have their own show, and they're. But I ran with the same crew. I've known them since I was 15, and it's funny that they said, out of all the people that said like you guys are just a bunch of misfits, like. Honestly, we've come back full circle to be around, and it's all creative people. It's all people that were kind of like, we don't really have that set ideal.
But you go to a show 10 years ago, and the same people are, for the most part, the ones that played at least, are doing something business-wise or or chasing something still.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to see that. I mean, there's a lot of people who gave up. But those people that were they're the person that you email if you want to book a show.
Yeah.
They're the people, those people are still doing something. And that says a lot. This community has always been blessed with talented people. Talented people who give a crap.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing for me is I'm walking into this shit because I wasn't a part of that. And walking into this shit is cool. And I want to keep walking into the shit because it's fucking awesome.
Let's walk through shit together.
Here.
Even Dallas Craft last night was fucking. That was
seeing
so
Dallas has
so
played
much
down
fun
here
last night.
with his band years ago with our bands.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, that's so much fun.
Yeah. And you know something that I think out of all those creative people that didn't last or they gave up really quick was all the photographers and videographers. There's I can think of maybe one or two that still do it to this day. Is like Matt Day.
Yeah.
He's one of the main ones that still do it. Yep. Cody and Josh does it. But I mean, it's a hard grind. Yeah. You've been grinding at it for a while, and I think you're a great product of and you're a great example that you have to keep pushing through that.
Have to.
Yeah.
Well, last night we'll wrap it up here. Last night was cool. Aidan was in here. We did a bunch of music video stuff in here. We're calling them brewery sessions, and it's just because the breweries close Monday and Tuesday. That's why we do the podcast. But Mondays, I don't really use this for anything, so I'm starting to try to get musical acts in here and record stuff
me
because
and Kelsey should come in.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That. Me and you, we can tag up.
Oh, sure. Record stuff in here because it's just good for everybody. It's good for me to get more videos out there. Yeah. It's good for the artist to be on camera singing and doing stuff. It's good for the brewery for exposure. Hey, this is a cool spot. And it does sound great. The only thing is that stupid fan in the background, dude. I gotta fix that. But the thing I wanted to mention about that though is you let me fuck with your film camera. Last week we talked about this. That I would never buy a film camera. Aidan brought me a fucking film camera last night. Aidan brought me a film camera, dude. And I have a film camera now, and I don't know what the fuck to do with it. I looked at it, and I was like, I don't even know what to do.
You tell me when you're ready to develop. I have everything. I will show you how. I have a dark room at the shop, no windows.
See,
it's great. I put bodies in there. It's no big deal. Colby's there all the time, and I will.
Not for a while, though.
It is. When you develop your first roll of film, something happens. I know that sounds silly.
Like when you puke up the rainbow?
Yeah.
It's like having a baby.
Puke up the rainbow.
I don't know. It's like building a guitar.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And looking at it on the computer screen, you're like, whoa. It's just something that's cool.
That's cool.
You're going to be hooked.
I'm afraid of that, which is why I set it down.
Grow your hair out.
I set it down.
Get covered in tattoos.
Yo, I need to get covered in tattoos this year. Get back in shape and get covered in tattoos are my two goals for this year. So that's what I want to do.
I've got a tat machine. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Let's see where this goes.
Let's make scratcher tattoos a trend.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you were on.
Guys.
We do need to get Kelsey on here for sure.
Yes.
We could have done 5 hours with Julz.
For sure. We could do more. We could have her back too.
You're coming on my podcast. Can I tell you guys what me and Kelsey's podcast is about?
Yes, please.
It's actually going to be about cults and unsolved things.
Yes.
I grew up in a cult.
I still haven't figured out my life, so that's unsolved.
Like sacrificing goats cult.
You're on.
Yeah.
What?
We've never talked about it. Yeah, we've never talked about it.
What?
Yeah. No, dude, I have got some fucked up stories from my childhood.
Maybe I should cut my beard if I'm looking too much like a goat for Matt.
No. Matt.
Matt.
Is that what goats say?
Yeah.
I say bah.
Matt.
Kind of, yeah.
No, say it slow.
Have you ever seen all the baby goats on Twitter? The little jumping, bouncy
goats?
That's the cutest shit ever. Anyways.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought
Matt was going to be like, I killed them.
Not the goats, man.
No, I didn't kill any. I didn't personally kill any goats. Fucked up shit happened. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm excited now.
I know.
You have to have him on there first because we'll do a review of your episode with him after.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Okay.
excited.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
As always, we're going to put all the links in the description, except for tagging Aidan because fuck that guy.
Warren, I'll
Just
tag
kidding.
you.
We'll tag you. No, we
Oh,
love
my
you, dude.
gosh.
Thank you. I don't know where to go from. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Colby and I are leaving.
Yeah.
We're starting our own
We're
podcast.
leaving. I'm going to go.
On the sink. We'll do it on a sink.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting on a sink.
Colby,
gonna be
are we
real
actually online yet?
He's
They're
mean.
in the sync podcast.
I haven't checked them since, so
Okay, we
they
can check
should
that
be,
before we
but
leave
I don't know. We'll have to check them.
Okay,
I got my laptop with me.
Yeah, we'll get on that. The first episode that you did, is it online anywhere? Can we find it
Yeah,
anywhere?
it's on Anchor, and it's slowly adding. We're on Spotify.
See, that's
now.
where I would
That's
check
where-
ours to see if they're on
Anchor's the bomb. Yeah.
So it will just
Yeah,
come out there.
it's
Okay.
on
All right, cool.
everything. So.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Peace.